Would you please tell me your thoughts about Starlink? How can we participate in them? In terms of Starlink, so Elon Musk created Starlink, which is basically a couple thousand satellites that are already in orbit that beam internet access to every country in the long run. Right now, there's only 14 countries that he's beaming satellite access to, and it's kind of expensive. It's $99 per month. And you also have to buy equipment, a special router, a satellite dish, etc. Now, we know that when it comes to technology products, the cost of computing drops materially. In fact, McKinsey back in the 1990s, they did this wonderful survey, and they published this report that stipulated that the component prices in all televisions, computers, etc., all component prices drop by 0.6% every single week. It's amazing. And so eventually Starlink, I think, will become close to free in the long run. The pricing point will go down. And a lot of countries are not going to allow Elon Musk to beam satellite access. But all they can do is kind of wave their fist at the sky, right? And the beautiful thing about Starlink is that everybody in the world at one point will be able to get unfiltered access to internet, right? So no more propaganda. Every country will get access to it, which is wonderful. And so in terms of how can you invest? Well, SpaceX, Elon Musk's company, of course, is going to spin off Starlink within the next 6 months or so into an IPO. And that's how you'll be able to invest in it. And the use of proceeds from the IPO is going to go towards, of course, building thousands and thousands of more low-orbiting, smaller satellites. And back in 2016, which feels like yesterday for me, I gave a TEDx talk on my vision of the world and how access to free education online or discounted education online can solve every problem in the world. And part of my thesis was getting satellite access to internet for educational purposes. So check it out. Do a search on my name and my TEDx talk, because everything I talked about humbly is becoming true now. And what we're doing is we're actually using those satellites, or we will be soon, to actually power or provide internet access to the school that we're building in Magoo, Rwanda. And I plan on building a school every single year. And eventually I want to have a school in every country in the world. And all my profits I humbly make, and I've been doing well humbly. I want all of that to go towards building schools, and so I have nothing left for myself. After I pay my employees, of course.